no way a church can experience the power that our church experiences without somebody consecrated. It's more than a pastor's consecrated. It's a consistent effort and concert that all of us are coming together and understanding the movement and the power of God. And we're starting to internalize that the prayers of the righteous availeth much.
Yes, sir.
And we don't believe in big sins and little sins, right? I don't believe in big blessings and little blessings.
That's right.
So, I was going to say Pastor Allison. I am saying Pastor Allison's healing is part of our consecration. Crystal's sister coming to church and her understanding who her mother is in a different way is part of our consecrations. And none of either or is not bigger than the other one. I want y'all to really understand that, because sometimes we categorize blessings. So you say, I only get little blessings, and so I don't have anything big happen to me. So when something big from our perspective happens, we don't think God is able, because we just categorize our blessings as little blessings. But don't categorize them as. I'll never forget Aaron Hill was testifying about how he was catching a bus and he needed a dime. Just needed a dime. And he looked around and there was a dime. Don't y'all know that God is so caring about? He is so in tune to every little thing that's going on in our world. And I say our world, I don't mean the world global, I mean our own specific world. So today we have some testimonies about perfection, about husbands and wives. And I'm looking at all these single women up in here. Now, they may be going through saying, there's no way I can get a perfect mate. But they can come to our little church and hear two people. Right? Am I right?
Yes.
I hope y'all are understanding how God is trying to minister. Relationships are important.
Amen.
Well, y'all don't want me to preach. What I'm understanding, and let me tell y'all what Pastor Orr is forcing me to do. And I'm going to say him, and he'll understand exactly what I mean when I say this. You all, I'm a basketball junkie. Y'all already know that. I love basketball. I coached basketball for a long time. I'm thinking about getting back into it, because I've been transformed. Let me tell you why. I'm the type of coach, I want you to come ready-made. I'm preaching right now. I hope y'all understand what I mean. I want you to know how to dribble with your left hand and your right hand. I want you to know how to box out. I want you to know how to play defense with your feet. I don't want to go through the tedious process of skill building. Y'all have to be talking. That is a tedious process, training somebody how to play ball. Especially when they don't want to, and and when it gets hard, people get frustrated and all that stuff. But it's a necessary thing, so when the game is on, they have the skill set necessary to make the right move. For too long, I have pastored y'all like I want to coach. I wanted y'all to be ready-made. And I put it, and I'm not a micromanager. I don't like to be micromanaged, and I don't micromanage people. But in this season of Proverbs life, we're going into 16 years, there's already been a shift in Gillespie. I'm sure y'all have already noticed that. Y'all haven't noticed that the pastoral staff have. But sometimes we got to slow the train down. Let's do some basic teaching. On stuff. Because there's a lot of terms, there are a lot of words that fly around church that people don't always understand. Come on. There's some behavior. I remember I had Jackson and Josiah over, and we were talking about church. And I said, so can Pastor G preach? And Jackson says, no, you can't preach because we don't understand what you be saying. That's what he said. I said, now, Jackson and Josiah, I said, Pastor G makes it an effort to make sermon simple. How you don't understand what I'm saying? He said, when y'all be going, when y'all be doing all that stuff, we don't understand what's going on. That's a very important thing.
Amen.
He didn't know. He didn't know what that was.
Right.
Not only did he not know what that was, it scared him.
Yes.
Well.
Okay.
Yes.
So I had to try to explain in some little kid's word what speaking in tongues was, why that was necessary, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
He may still not understand it fully. He will, but at least he knew to ask, and he felt comfortable asking.
Yes.
Sometimes y'all don't feel comfortable asking questions about things that you want to know how to do, but instead we're gonna look, because we've been taught how to look pious. We've been taught how to look holy. We've been taught how to look righteous, but we really may not even understand what that really means.
Right.
But we sure not gonna ask anybody, because we don't want to appear to be dumb or illiterate, because we've been in the church 50, 20, 30, 15 years, and how dare we don't know what simple things are. I can tell you why some of us don't know, because we didn't come from churches that taught things.
That's right. That's right.
And so Pastor Orr constantly is reminding me, G, did you explain that? Did you talk about that? How did you explain it? Did you come from this angle? Did you understand? He asked me, did he do this? He's done it his whole time he's been here at this church. Since 2015. 2005, that's when they came. And so now he's pushing the envelope again. And I think I'm getting it, Pastor. Because we're in a place where there's some power that's needed. Some extra power that's needed. And so why you say extra power? We always need power. But I think we're coming into, look at this weather. Y'all, this weather is crazy. And I think it's just indicative of how the world is turning upside down. And how the world is running around here crazy, looking for some kind of answer, some kind of hope, some kind of savior. And we walk around with a savior living on the inside of us. And we're not telling anybody anything. We're not doing anything to show that God is alive. Hopefully we'll take the testimonies of Brother A, Pastor A, Christo, and some of you others. It's something happened when Uncle Charles ran around the church to me.
Yes.
Number one, I've never seen him do that before.
Amen.
Now, what is that really saying? Something happened that showed him something that he had to take a lap.
Yes.
Now, some of you may not understand what taking a lap means. Y'all may think we just crazy people running around the church. Well, to me, the significance of taking a lap, remember when Joshua fought the battle of Jericho.
Yes.
And they walked around the walls. They walked around the walls for 7 days, claiming that the walls was gonna come tumbling down, right?
Yes.
And on the 7th day, they walked around the 7th time. Yes. Jesus. And they were praising and thanking God in advance. Running around in advance, in expectation. Hopefulness. God's power will prevail.
Yes.
Because he's already brought them through other things, so why in the world wouldn't he bring them through this?
Yes.
So I believe Uncle Charles may have thought he was running for Brother A or whatever, but I believe he was running prophetically.
Yes.
So y'all can understand what goes on in church. I believe he was running prophetically for somebody sitting in here who's sitting around hopeless. And you know that somebody in your church has enough sense and intercessory and discernment to run around for you. Oh, nothing about this. It's so important. Pastor A, after the choir, after the praise and worship sung the second song, she prayed a prayer. She told Satan to get out of here. Let serve him notice that he didn't have any power because something told her Somebody came in here bound. Somebody came in here fighting the devil's ideas and thought processes and trying to intercept what needed to happen in the service. But because she had enough discernment, she cast him out. And boy, we didn't have some church again. When people can get up and talk about and say, I may hate my mother.
Yes, yes, yes.
She said that in church. I hope all of us, whether we believe it or not, got somebody in our life that has taken us to the brink of hating them.
Reach in.
My ex-brother-in-law, I got to pray for him constantly. And I got to pray for my heart with him constantly. Him and my sister have been divorced for a long time. But he still always has something to say, even right now. And I have to pray, y'all, because some days are not as good as others. I believe if he caught me on the wrong day, y'all, I think I'd beat him down for everybody up in this room. Y'all think I'm playing? Okay. Let somebody treat somebody you love wrong. Not just one time, not just 2 times, but on a consistent basis. That's some hard stuff to deal with. But the love of God constrains us. Yes. That's 2 Corinthians 5 that y'all not going to let me preach. But it constrains us to make the right decision. I'm going to read this text from Romans chapter 12. Don't even go to it. Y'all know it by heart. And if you don't know it, you will. Don't go to it. Just watch me. Y'all got to stand up. Romans 12:1. Therefore, I urge you, brethren, in the view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. For this Bible reads different. This is your spiritual act of worship. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what is God's will, His good pleasure, His good pleasing, and perfect will. And God has done to the reading, hearing, and doing of His word. Amen. Let me tell you why I think God had to change the sermon today because we've been talking about consecration. And we're going to consecrate. So God is pushing us on a couple levels. Let me give you the whole level. I talked about stewardship in November, December, how we have to be good stewards of our time, talent, and emotion. Have to be a good steward of your emotion. Your emotions are going to be challenged today when you walk out this room. Yes, sir. Some of y'all don't believe that. Okay. Y'all don't test it. Don't test the Holy Ghost. But we don't have to succumb to the testing of that. But God wants us to be good stewards. Yeah. Because He wants us to be a strong church. That's right. And because we're going to be a strong church, we're going to be an attractive church. Yeah. And so sometimes, listen to this equation. I told y'all this equation, but it's never been true more than it's going to be true now. God has to subtract to multiply.
Yes, He does. That's true. That's true.
What kind of math are you talking? Is that geometry? Is that trigonometry? Is that calculus? No, that's simple biblical math. Y'all remember somebody, I think it was Gideon, had all the soldiers? And God said, no, that's too many. He had to keep knocking it down. Then he finally got to those that lapped it up like a dog. That's what we're going to keep. That's what he said? That's what he said. You got to knock it down. Sometimes God has to knock some folks down. Knock some numbers down so He can multiply. So what that's saying, sometimes He got to take some stuff away. Yeah. So you can be, so all you hoarders in here, y'all think I'm talking about hoarding papers and TVs and all that. That's not the hoarding I'm talking about. Right. I'm talking about that emotional hoarding, holding on to all that stuff. Let go. Forgiveness is a powerful word. And so as we talk about consecrating and how we're consecrated so we can be a stronger church, a stronger body, a healthy body. Yes. Everybody in here has dysfunction in their history. I don't care how perfect you think your family is or are. Because I'm close. I love my family. And I'm not talking about Makeda, Josh, and Mara and Kamara. I'm talking bigger. I'm talking bigger than Josh, Kim, and Barbara. I'm talking about the lineage of Edna Earl and Eunice Holtz. That's a powerful entity. But in the process of that, there's still some dysfunction.
Right.
Say that. There's still some areas that need to be prayed out.
Yes.
In the book of Joshua, what did they say? Root it out. Well, y'all don't hear me talking today. I'm trying to think of his name. Who kept something in the tent? Achan. They had to root out Achan's whole family.
Yes.
So the people could be blessed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God. This is your reasonable service. This is the right thing to do.
Yes.
It's the right thing to do. And it's your reasonable. That means it's your minimal service to present your body a living sacrifice. When we go into this consecration, it's about sacrifice. And we don't know what it's looking like, because we're trying to find some language that's more understandable than consecration. Because if you look in the dictionary, the word consecration means to set apart. Set apart for a purpose. We do want to be set apart for a purpose, but it's bigger than that. This consecration I'm talking about, I want some words that equate to giving something up that I might be closer to God. That I might stop what I'm doing and I can listen to his words and hear his voice clear. Where there will be a definite connection between me and God, or God and I, for those of you who think I'm not grammatically correct. We have to connect with God. Amen. So he can help us in some of these situations that we bring to church that keep us struggling. I am so proud of our church. For the last 2 minutes, it was 31 degrees below zero when I got in my car this morning.
Yes.
31 below with the wind chill.
Amen.
Simply, we could say, that's 2 Sundays in a row, we could have said, peace out. But guess what, y'all are here.
Amen.
You're here.
Thank you, Lord.
You're here because you think you're going to get something when you come.
Yes.
And that is bigger than just G's preaching.
Amen.
There is an atmosphere. I was so proud of Hannah last week. Hannah invited her friend. Her friend got here after church at the end of it, but she still came.
Yes, she did.
But bigger than that, I was glad Hannah invited somebody.
That's right.
Hannah a newbie.
Real good, yeah.
All right now.
I said, Hannah, you accepted me as your pastor? She said, yeah. I said, you inviting people and stuff.
Hallelujah.
We got people been here 16 years and invited everybody. Aha, I say that, yes, sir. Come on, you all. This new lady coming in, she feels something. And I know it's not about feeling, but she also sees something.
Yes.
Yes.
That makes it attractable that you want to invite somebody to church.
That's right.
Thank you, Lord.
And that girl came as cold as it was. And y'all know I know y'all get this when y'all invite somebody, 8 o'clock. Woo, I can't do that. When y'all get y'all new church and y'all start at 11, I'll come. I can't do 8:30. I said, why don't you try it? You might like it.
That's right.
That's what I tell them. They ain't came yet. They say they're coming, but okay. I tell them.
Yeah.
Because I say we have to be faithful over the small things. Then he'll make us rulers over the big ones. Because some of the same folks are saying that they going to come at 11 o'clock. It's going to be the same pattern as 8:30. You come to church for God, to find him. And if he's there, you don't care what time it is.
Yes. Yes.
We're going to get that. That's what consecration will do. That's the word I'm using now. That's not going to be the word that we're going to, because we're going to go on a whole church collaborative to get ourselves together. I want God to shake y'all world. I want him to rock it. Y'all know he's good.
Yes, he is.
I want him to blow y'all mind.
Hallelujah.
I we serve a mind-blowing God.
Yes, we do.
And this text says, present your body, live inside, hold it yourself for God, so you can transform your mind.
Yes.
How many of y'all know we have to have our minds transformed on a daily?
Yes, we do.
On a daily basis, moment by moment.
Yes.
Anything can happen.
Yes, that mind.
And we always want to represent in Corinthians 5. I'm not even going to try to preach it no more. I'm just going to sprinkle it in. It talks about being ambassadors for Christ.
Yes.
Because what he did on the cross, we're spreading his love, and he dedicated his life on the cross. So therefore, we also have to die.
Yes. Come on.
We don't want to die.
Thank you,
We don't want to
God.
die.
Thank you, God.
Dying is hard. It's hard having patience, getting them emotional nails in your hands,
Yes.
knowing that it's going to help somebody else that comes later to the church, because you can say, I endured it.
Yeah.
Preach.
You're in the house. Yeah.
Christian said, I got to meet my sisters and learn all this new information, because there's going to be some other people that come in here with mama issues and daddy issues, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have to be able to testify to them that you serve a God who can take all that away.
Yes.
Brother A was an example for you, Crystal, that it can't happen.
Yes.
But it was a sacrifice. Because I would have popped Brother A on the head and said, the fact that she come to see you while you in jail says that she loves you. Some stuff is about perspective. How do you see it? We have a scripted way of how things should go. Y'all, we don't have a scripted God. How y'all gonna tell him how to do what he does? We want it boom, 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 A, B, C. No, it never works like that anyway, does it?
No.
Y'all better listen to the song. He may not come when you want him, but he always on time. But that space between waiting and when he comes is difficult sometimes. But God is empowering and equipping us to do great things. He's doing it. All this healing is going. Serena, you found out my position yet? Okay, so what? We're going to keep moving. One door closes. God, see how God works? Let's be faithful. Let's come. Yeah. That money, all that stuff. Yeah. We got to know that.
Yes.
Sometimes this job seems ideal for my skill set and all of that. God said, I heard Nate Tricia's testimony, and Sister Orr talked about Nate Tricia in Houston. She's helping kids not drop out of school. So she's dealing with kids who don't want to go to school, who probably feel like the situations they're in, they can't do it. So she has to encourage on top of all of that. Then she probably has to take them to class, probably have to do some tutoring. Let's switch it up. Church folk who have been empowered. We have to keep people who've been hurt in the church.
Well, say that.
Keep people who don't trust God anymore because they're mad at him because somebody died or something happened in their relationship. So they feel some type of way and they hate church. And we have to come and do the same thing with people.
Yes.
But we can't do that if we're not healed ourselves. And we don't have the capacity. Somebody start talking about how wrong God is and we join in with them. He is kind of foul. He is kind of making me wait a long time. Y'all, we can't succumb to that.
No.
I know it's easy. Misery Love Company.
Preach, preacher.
Present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, so that you will know God's will.
Yes.
His good and perfect will.
Yes. Good and perfect.
God, you know I had aspirations for my life. This is not what I wanted. Doctor said that?
Yes, sir.
Once you join God's army, your will is not your will anymore.
That's right.
Yeah, y'all saying that's right. Y'all saying that's right. Yeah. When the rubber hit the road, we upset. Because God is working with populations that are hard to work with. And I'm going to say, who better than to work with it? I'm done. I think I'm done, Pastor. So we're going to get some language so you all understand what we're trying to do as a collective. We're trying to do a lot. We're trying to get a new building. We're trying to make the saints strong.
Amen.
We're trying to fulfill our own purpose and destiny as it relates to God. We got a lot of stuff going on. But God can handle all of that. Take care of all of that. Brother A said we take care of God's business, He take care of ours.
Yes. Yes.
I'm done. Let's stand. On the night Jesus was betrayed,